So,
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a
I found it.
All right, welcome back to the Patriot Hour for Saturday morning, December 22nd, 2018. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, share, comment. Take a look in the description box, folks. All the links that we'll go over. Always got the QAnon map. It's a third-party site that the posts get drug over once they get posted. This site continuously looks in 10-second increments to the boards, and if it sees the trip code, it's going to pull that certain trip code of Q right on over. So it keeps it nice and clean. It's a very good place to get all your research done at. And all the executive orders are there, all the resignations, all the human trafficking violations as they get caught up around the country, get added over to here. All the sealed indictments. So you can do all your researching quite easy. All right, here on the left-hand side. There's even a where we go one, we go all prayer wall. Resignations, follow the pin for the executive orders, human trafficking, sealed indictments, a network graph, all the players in the game. All right. And to the best of their ability, you know, like Mattis, Patriot, Bob Goodlatte, Patriot, Alex Jones, Trader Pawn, John Solomon, Sally Yates. All right. Hundreds, 109 players so far that we've gotten bios on, you know, a little history underneath each name, and there's multiple pages. So this is something to keep an eye on. Nothing new on the keyboards. But what I wanted to get into was the government shutdown a little bit, just talk for a few minutes on that, folks. As of 12 a.m. this morning, we are in a government shutdown, all right? The government shutdown, and how does it affect you? Read a little article here, a couple of them. All right, this is from Reuters. Trump on the government shutdown says it could be a long stay. Washington, U.S. President Donald Trump said on Twitter on Saturday that he was continuing to negotiate with Democrats to end the U.S. government shutdown, but added it could be a long stay. The sticking point, Trump said, remains border security. Trump has demanded $5 billion in federal funds to help build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. All right, really quick. This one, the government shutdown, is here, and how does it affect you? The government is closed, possibly for a very long shutdown, according to President Donald Trump, but will it make a difference in your life? The answer, it depends. If you're among the 800,000 government employees who are not deemed essential, you will feel the effects of the shutdown. You will either be furloughed or forced to work without pay until the standoff is resolved. Look at this, forced to work without pay. Are you allowed to quit during this if so and get another job? Or, I mean, we got tons of people around this country that have been laid off. Times were really tough just a few years back for lots of folks in this country. And if you were in the government, you were pretty secure and you worked right on through that steadily. Same with some government contracting jobs that were very prosperous and making tons of money during those years, while the economy fell apart. So yes, it's not you know, if you look at it from a personal standpoint and your paycheck, of course it's never a great thing. But if these people can't legislate and get things done, this was simple, folks. You know, everyone acts like in this country they have a huge problem with a physical, tangible wall, fencing, something for the security of this country. I'm not so opposed. I get that people are hungry and come over. I don't care what color they are. That's where they point it to. I'm just saying we have laws. And And that's what everyone keeps the issue of the border about, that it's just people that are crossing over that are looking for work, hungry, and want to support for their families, support food and money. What about the human trafficking? We have 800,000 kids in the United States that go missing every year. According to their own FBI statistics that we use, a couple 100,000 aren't found. Out of 800,000 a year, 600,000 are found, returned to their parents. It's typically a family member that went to court over kid custody. One of the parents won, one didn't, and the other one ends up sometimes months later kidnapping, taking them a few states over. We find these kids. They get returned. But that only accounts for 600,000. Where are these other 200,000 a year? Almost a complete media blackout. They just vanish. You don't find a trace, a bone fragment, nothing. All right, they just vanish off the face of the earth. Or are they getting siphoned out? So other than kids coming in from the southern border, possibly they're coming into the country, we got some that are going out. And that alone is a reason to secure that border with a wall. We waste so much other money that people don't even know about. We have a black ops budget. Just for an example, this is just one small. We got people that work at areas like Area 51. These guys are, scientists or just contracted in experts in certain areas, and they will help on black ops projects. Maybe 3 of them in their lifetime there. Let's say they work there for 20, 30 years. They'll work 10 years on one crazy top covert undercover project that never truly gets off the ground and then gets scrapped, buried after 10 years, and they move on to the next thing. And that thing never made it out, never really cut it, but it was a project worth working on for several years, and lots of tax dollars, and you just never even know about it. So here you got something out in the forefront. This is that, and it's a tangible item that we own, we could touch, and it's there probably for a long, long time. And everyone is so opposed, and it's just the wrong thing, because in their heads they think it's just there to keep these people that are wandering over this borderline. That is like the least of my own concern. Number 1, human trafficking. Number 2, the deadly drugs that are pouring in. All right, we've had this war on drugs for 50, 60 years. Every year they ask for more money. Right now we have, the peak of what they ask for to combat the war on drugs. But yet a year or two ago, the head of the DEA gets up on TV and he says drugs are more flourishable in this country. Drugs are more readily available in this country. Drugs are pouring into this country. Drugs are at an all-time peak of killing people. It's like nothing is working. So more money is going to help. That's, we can argue that more money doesn't help, just like the border wall is not going to help that they want to claim. But yeah, more dollars, you stack up enough dollars high enough, we'll make a border wall out of the money. Folks, get logical here. There's a war that was launched on drugs, but yet they don't even make sense of how to stop it, possibly. Of course, we always hear, well, if you have a big enough wall, this and that, people go around it, over it. Over it is by plane. Well, if everybody that was human trafficking or coming in here illegally could fly and come in that means, they'd be doing it. All of a sudden after the wall gets up, they start saving money on their end and not buying food and then getting plane tickets. Or no, come on. It's just got to be logical in your thinking. So the shutdown, which began at midnight on Saturday when Congress couldn't agree on a spending bill that included $5 billion for Trump's border wall, affects 9 departments: agricultural, commerce, justice, homeland security, interior, state transportation, treasury, and the housing and urban development, as well as several other agencies. 6 departments had budgets approved earlier. Won't be affected. Flights, all right, air traffic controllers and security officers still will be on the job, even though the shutdown has begun. Amtrak, the trains run by the government-owned corporation, will also operate as usual, business as usual. The border, Customs and border agents will continue working border crossings and ports of entry. Social Security checks. Social Security will go with still go out. Medicare, like Social Security, be unaffected. Supplemental Neutral Assistance Program for women, infants, and children. Benefits for at least as long as you can, some carryover money in the states, and federal accounts are still available. The Smithsonian Museum and Zoo, they will be open every day except for Christmas. NORAD's Santa Tracker, the beloved Christmas tracker, will still follow St. Nick around the world. What will be affected? You got state and local farm service centers. They will be closed, leaving no one to answer questions or assist farmers in signing up for programs under the Farm Bill recently approved. All your national parks, some may close, others may be offer limited service. During a shutdown last January, gates at national parks remained open, but few staff members were on hand. Buildings were shuttered, and sometimes that included restrooms. This is Washington may not know how to work together, but Arizona does. The Grand Canyon will not close on our watch, so the Grand Canyon stays open. Small business owners, more than 30 million in small businesses, will no longer have access to federally assisted loans and technical assistance, since Small Business Administration guarantees to back loans will freeze. Home buyers, Americans looking to buy a new home, refinance a mortgage insured by Federal Housing, FHA, will be put on standby. All right, so there's a few things. Now, again, this meeting that they're showing a picture of when it was Trump invited the press in, you had Chuck and Nancy. You know, they screamed that he wouldn't be able to get it approved through the House, through the Senate. Nobody likes his idea. Well, they did get it through the House. They actually, enough Republicans voted. I don't know if there's any Democrats, but it got voted. So now they were able to prove him wrong on that. They still shut down, but now Trump was like, now Schumer owns the shutdown, because they did have enough in one of the arenas. And then if you went to the Senate, it would have been probably quite a few, but not enough to truly get the 60 or something they needed, because it would be 0 Democrats on it. So, and then if just give a few more Republicans, see, that's their guys. I mean, how can not one demo support this? It's just unbelievable. I don't know if they're, what the big issue is with some safety. This is, you pick between other countries. You took an oath to ours, so you'd think that the people here, that want to just stop anything from coming in. We all need to be vetted, I thought, unless we change rules to a major degree and get rid of our sovereignty and just keep open borders, or do we want to remain a country? We got immigration and illegal immigration. They're two separate things. Don't mingle them together, folks. That's what the media tries to do, and these people that play games. Even the legal immigration in this country have a great pride for how they did it, and now this country, and they are very upset with people that are just like them, wanted to come here. They took the time to do it the right way, and now they get upset. They're biased because they did it the right way. We don't want to be lawless, all right? That's why these people are telling us they're coming from lawless, bad places. Well, the first act they commit coming into their new country, which is the United States that they want to be at, they break laws. Well, it's because they're just, hungry. It's not, you can give me all the excuses. If I want to be emotional and listen, yes, I'll probably agree with you. If I want to stand by what the laws are, regardless of emotion, removing emotion, thinking logically, all right, emotion clouds judgment. It always does. That's why they'll play that game. Certain things you can apply emotion with. Certain things you shouldn't. All right, folks, we'll shut this down. I just want to give you that little tidbit on the governmental shutdown that kicked in. I'm sure most of you are aware. Some of you aren't. But that's where we're at. We're in day one. How long will it last? Were we told, is this 10 days of darkness? Everyone took the darkness to be dark. My house is going to lose power. I need to do this and that. Fine, we all are prepared. But everything I've read in the last few days has pointed to be maybe this is the 10 days of darkness, a governmental shutdown, darkness for them. Some of these computer systems are down. I don't think any, they're just operating at the lowest manner that we can right now. Maybe, you take these people down while they're kind of laid off, instead of just working like they were. We'll see. We'll see if these people are jumping around on TV shows now while they're laid off and just talking, or if they're going to be working, trying to get this resolved. We'll see. All right. Again, I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless. Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. We'll see you back here later on the next Patriot Hour update video coming up real soon. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Take a look in the description box. Got all the links down below. You guys have a great morning into your afternoon. See you back here real soon.